short end of each tie 3/8 of an inch, and then fold in your two straight long edges 3/8 of an inch, and then cover stitch them. So you'll end up with your end looking like this. So I cover stitched one side. You'll see that the end is really, really bulky. You might want to hammer that down. I'm going to do that right now using my rubber mallet, just to, flatten it out and make it a lot easier to sew down the other side. So I've hammered it down. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot flatter than it was before. It'll be a lot easier to start off. Going this way in the machine, you'll definitely want to have some kind of hem jumper behind. I just use like the same fabric, thick and folded up, to start off my seam. So it's still pretty bulky. I'm going to use my hand wheel to crank it a little bit, just to get myself started. This will be a little bit hard to do one-handed, but it's really worth the extra little fiddling. There we go. Looks great. So raise this up. Here's a foot. It's my little trick for tying off serger needles. Cover stitch needles, threads. Yeah, so this is our initial strap. Strap number 1. You'll want to do the same thing for the next 3. I will spare you that, and we'll check back in for the next step. With this version, I decided to show you that it doesn't matter if you don't have Wonder Tape. You could just use your pins or your Wonder Clips, whatever you prefer. Sorry about my birds. To assemble the strap method. You can also choose, if you want to be less bulky, to skip the serging completely, because since it's a knit, it won't fray. I also mentioned that I was using my cover stitch. For this, you can definitely use just a regular zigzag stitch for your straps. Okay, so now you should have all 4 straps sewn the way that we showed you. You'll take 2 of the straps and put them right sides together. It says that you can baste them, but again, I'm going to just use a little piece of Wonder Tape and cheat my way in. So that'll be there like this. My Wonder Tape holding it all together in the middle. I have put it like not close to the edge because we are going to trim part of the edge off here. You need to measure 0.25. So 6 millimeters, 0.25. And I will just mark it over here. It's working. There we go. Okay, so you'll do that twice on both sets of straps. And we'll go ahead and we will cut at an angle like this up to the top corner. So from here up to the corner at an angle. Now that we have both sets of ties trimmed off at an angle with our handy either basting stitch or Wonder Tape like me, you'll take both sides of your leggings. Don't forget to have your markings at the bottom edge, so you'll know where to align in the next step. For now, you'll put them both right sides together and attach at the crotch seams. Okay, now that we're done sewing the front and back crotch curves, you'll want to open up the leggings and have them so that the front curve is on top and the back is on the back. Then you'll find your markings inside, and one of your ties, the angle should be facing down and the bottom of the tie should be at your marking. You'll definitely want to either baste it, pin it, or use Wonder Tape. You can probably guess what I'll be using. Once you have that, you'll do that on both sides, again, with the angle facing downwards, and sew all around your inner inseam. Sandwich really quick with just Wonder Tape. I'm probably going to take a pin and just edge these over closer together and hold it there, just to have it really nicely aligned for a really clean finished product. Now we have something that looks like this with the beautiful straps hanging down. We have to hem 1 inch up. So if you did it correctly, it'll be looking like this. And then the straps will go like that. Yeah, I like to clip inside the seam just at the mark where it'll fold up to the first needle right there. You don't want to clip through the first needle. It just lies flatter each way like this and makes less of a hump for the cover stitch or your zigzag, whatever you choose to use, twin needle. I'm going to go ahead and do this now, and I will also sew the waistband right sides together and then, you know, fold it and get it ready for the final step. It's clipped all the way around. When we hem, you'll really want to make sure to have, I'll be starting this way, so I'll want to move my straps over to the side. You do not want to hem over your straps. So I'll start exactly in the ditch here, like I call it, the seam ditch, and I'll stop. When I get to the other side, I'll stop, I'll flip these over, and I will end my seam right in here. You do not, again, want to get your straps in the seam. So exactly like so, you want to start hemming. It's kind of hard to do in the round while holding my phone, so sorry about that. I'll probably just hand crank the rest. It does get quite bulky right here, so I'll just hand crank the last couple of stitches. Now I've pinned my waistband. You'll notice that we have the markings, and the markings should also join up on the inside. So all you have to do is align the back to your back seam and the markings to the inside markings of the legging, and we'll attach our waistband now. Is attached. We just have to press it down towards the bottom and top stitch all the way around on this side here. So I'm going to use my cover stitch. Try to line this. We are done our leggings. And here we have it, our completed Deux Leggings from Little Luxe collection. These bands will wrap around their little legs and make cute little bow ties at the ends. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I helped you in some way.